Hi folks, my name's Will. I run Drum Martial Arts and Fitness, and this is our return to exercise program. This is Fit for Life, which is a 15-minute a day follow along exercise program. So we have a WhatsApp group. We record these videos each day live on Zoom. Whoever wishes to join in the live can, and then if you miss the live, absolutely fine, we'll send you the video through the group. And all that happens then is you send in any questions or comments. And we film a live video every day just to make sure that you guys have a nice program to follow. Okay, so this Fit for Life is a return to exercise program. The assumption is that you haven't been exercising, maybe for lifestyle, injuries, whatever reason that you haven't been exercising. We want to rehab you, get you gently back in. And for those then who want a little bit more, we have our Fit to Play program, which is half an hour a day, follows exactly the same format. We use the Fit for Life as the warm-up, and then we'll do our strength and endurance and flexibility exercises in Fit to Play, I should say. Okay, so starting straight away, the first thing that we want to think about is, well, what's the point of this program? What's the point of our exercises? So we want to work on our posture, we want to work on our joint mobility and our mobilization. And we just want to gently introduce sort of core strength and this level of training. Okay? So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to stand straight. So imagine that there's a rope. This is a follow along program, guys. So if you don't want to follow along, stop now. If you're going to follow along, we've got 15 minutes to do. We get stuck in straight away, all right? So imagine there's a rope that runs through the top of my head straight up, and it's going all the way down to my tailbone. So I pull that rope up, okay? From here, my shoulders want to drop down and back, just to let the shoulders relax. So not here, here, okay? So I'm looking slightly up, so my eye line is just slightly above where I'm standing. Chin is up a little bit, and just letting the shoulders settle back, okay? From here now, I want to work on my breath. So I want to inhale with my belly, because I want to pull my diaphragm down, and I want to expand my chest on the inhale. And on the exhale, I want to collapse the chest and bring the diaphragm up. Okay, so we're maximizing the lung expansion and the lung contraction. So for my inhale, from here, I'm going to breathe in, turn my palms out, and I'm going to breathe out, backs of my hands together at the front. Okay, so breathing in, expanding my belly, and out, and in. Yeah. Lovely. From here now, I'm going to go through each joint in the body and just assess my pain-free range of motion. Okay, so we're ideally looking for a full range of motion with no pain. Okay, which we don't always get, but we need to know what we're working with. So every time before we do an exercise session, we scan through the body. So after I do my posture and my breath, I'm going to start with my neck by looking left and right, gently. Loose, soft, gentle, easy movements, nothing heavy, nothing hard. Okay, now I'm going to look up and down. Now I'm going to roll, so I go ear to shoulder, chin to chest, ear to shoulder, chin to chest. And then I'm going to roll to the side, so chin to shoulder, chin to chest, looking to my left and looking to my right. So look down, left, down, right. Lovely, so that's my neck. I've done an assessment on my neck now to see what the state of play is. Now I'm going to go into my shoulders, so I'm going to go arm circles forwards. Now, maybe you have a movement restriction that stops you from raising your arm. We will work on that through the course of this, course, okay? Everybody's going to be a little bit different in what they can do. Change in direction on that. A gentle return to exercise is what we want from Fit for Life. Fit to Play is a little bit heavier. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. Now, I'm going to open and close my shoulders. So the shoulders, two joints. You've got ball and socket joint, which allows the rotation, and you've got a sliding joint, the shoulder blade, which allows these movements here. So I'm going to open, thumbs back, palms up, and I'm going to close, palms out, thumbs down. So I'm open, close, right over left, left over right. Lovely, so that's my shoulders. Oh, one last one for the shoulder. I'm just going to extend out both of my arms, and I'm going to imagine there's a tea towel running from this hand to this hand, okay? I'm going to wring it out, and I'm going to wring it out. Wring it out, wring it out. So there's a whole variety of these exercises that we work through, but we're going to stick to this one for Okay, lovely. So that's the shoulders. Now I'm going to go into my elbows. So I'm just going to go circles back, circles forwards. I'm going to go to my wrists, circles one way, circles the other way. Interlocking my fingers and just rolling nice and gentle. And rolling back. Then I'm going to grip and rip. Just imagine I'm taking something and just tearing it apart here. Lovely. So that's my shoulders, elbows, wrists, and fingers. So we're going to the spine now. So there's 3 ways with the spine. So the first one is forward and back. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that inhalation exercise and we're going to extend it. So I'm going to bring my arms up overhead, drive my hips forward. I'm going to try and lead my belly as far forward as I can. Inhale. Now on the exhale, I'm going to go front, middle, and back, exhaling each time. So I blow out, front, middle, back. So in and up, down. Lovely. So the spine bends forward and back. The spine can also bend to the side. So this hand is going to try and reach that ankle. This hand is going to turn over and try and reach the far wall. And this hip is going to go in the opposite direction to the hand, okay? So going 1 and 2. 1 and 2. And 1 and 2. Lovely. From there now, the last one, I'm just going to twist the spine. So I'm going to put this hand out and I'm going to keep my eyes on it until it goes as far as it can. Can't go any further, so now I'm going to turn my head further and then I'm going to turn my eyes further. So I'm going to follow the hand and turn the head. And then head. Lovely. From there, hands on the hips, hip circles. And changing direction. Okay, now we're going to go with our knees, so put our feet together, knee circles, and change in direction. From here now, I'm going to move into my feet and my ankles. So I'm going to stand on my left foot, I'm going to point my right foot, toes down, toes back, foot back. And repeat that 3 times. Rotate one way, and rotate the other way. Switching over, the same thing on the other side. If I put my foot in the sunlight here, might be clearer for you, or not. Pull it back. Toes down, toes back, foot back. Repeat that 3 times. Rotate one way and rotate the other way. Lovely. So that's our body scan exercise. It took a long time this morning because when I explain it, it takes a long time. But as we work through it, we get it down to about 2.5 minutes, okay? The last thing I'm going to do just on the sort of warm-up segment then is I'm just going to stand on one leg. I'm bending my supporting knee with just 3 little tiny bends. And I'm going to extend the leg and very tentatively find the floor. So, okay, and then I'm going to place my heel really softly. Now I'm going to transfer my weight into that foot and I'm going to lift up the other foot. Okay, so I'm going to stand on one foot, bend the supporting knee, 3 little bends, extend the leg, very tentatively find the floor, very soft, heel to the floor, and transferring my weight across. Okay, so those are our mindful movement exercises that once we get used to, we'll find that our balance and our posture just gently and easily starts to improve. Extend the leg, find the floor, and transferring our weight. That was the floor, not me. Okay, so core then. First thing that we need to do here, we're going to get down on the floor. Okay, so get yourself down on the floor without hurting yourself. So we're going to have a look at the core, all right? So we'll just activate it a little bit first. The way that I'm going to activate it is I'm going to point my knees straight up at the ceiling. I'm going to point my hands straight up at the ceiling. I'm going to extend my right arm on my left leg, and my left arm on my right leg. Okay, so this is our little dead bug exercise. It's just an activation exercise. It's just to fire up the system. Okay, very gentle. From here now, I'm going to go onto all fours, and I'm going to do the exact opposite. Okay, so right arm, left leg, and left arm, right leg. 1, 2, 1, 2. Beautiful. Now I'm going to go vertebra at a time is going to lift. So I lift my tailbone up. Now I go one vertebra at a time, all the way until I'm up onto my shoulders. And I'm going to roll it back down again. Okay, so just rolling up and rolling down. Rolling up and rolling down. Okay? Now, removing the roll, we're going to look at a hinge with a straight back. Okay? So all I do here is by pressing my shoulders into the floor, not my head now, my shoulders. And I'm going to drive my hips up nice and high. When they get to the top, I'm going to squeeze my butt. Alright? So we're just going to do 5 of those. So up, squeeze, and down. Up, squeeze, and down. Up, squeeze, and down. Up, squeeze, and down. And my last one, up, squeeze, and down. So that's our hip hinge exercise. We're going to work on, it's one of our basic functional movements, okay? One of our 6. So that's our sort of key movement that we're going to work through. We're going to look at different variations on that. It's key to deadlifts, to kettlebell swings, any kettlebell sport movement. That's my hip hinge, and a whole host of other things. Now we're going to turn over onto our belly, okay? And all I'm going to do here, first of all, is just extending my arms and my legs. I'm going to lift up my right arm, my left leg, and then my left arm, my right leg, and then both arms and both legs. Okay? Right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg, both arms, both legs. Right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg, both arms, both legs. Right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg, both arms, both legs. Beautiful. From here, I'm going to bring my hands down, so my fingertips are under my chin. Okay? I'm going to bring my weight onto my elbows, and I'm going to lift my butt up nice and high initially. Okay? I want to be able to improve this position so that I can get a nice flat back. So we're just going to lower our hips. Nice and easy. Alright? Now if you have any problem here, all you do, pop your knee down on the floor and just let it rest with your knees on the floor for a second. So we'll start again here. I'm going to lift my butt up nice and high. I'm going to slowly lower my butt down. Okay, as low as I can. Again, any problems, just put your knees down on the floor. Now, if you can hold this posture, even if your butt's up a bit, that's fine. We're going to extend one arm and then pop it down. And just re-stabilize your position. Now go with the other arm, pop it down and re-stabilize. One leg, pop it down, re-stabilize. Other leg, pop it down, re-stabilize your position, okay? Now we just go knees to the floor and come back up to standing. Okay, so those are very, very gentle introduction to our core exercises. We're going to go a little bit further with that now. So I mentioned functional movements. There are 6 functional movements that we're going to look to strengthen in you. Okay? Hip hinge is the first one that we're going to look at, mostly for Fit for Life. Hip hinge is where we're going to sort of center. But then when we go into Fit to Play, it's squat, push, pull, hinge, overhead, and lateral. Okay? Which we'll discuss in great detail in our Fit to Play program. And we'll just sort of gently introduce you guys over the next 6 weeks through Fit for Life. Okay, so down onto the floor again. This time, I want to work on the abs a little bit, and then we're going to go back through those exercises or through the more useful ones. So I'm going to come up onto my elbows. Hands are just tucked in under here. And I'm going to straighten my legs up and just lift them up off the floor. Now, if you have a real problem straightening your legs up to lift them up, just bend your knees a little bit if you have to. Okay? So legs out, and from here, I'm going to open and close my legs like sort of scissor action, okay? So opening and closing like so. All right, now when that feels like, oh, that's a bit much for you, just switch in to a cycling action, okay? From there now, feet flat on the floor, shoulders down, hands across the chest, and we're going to do our hip hinge, okay? So bridge up, squeeze your butt, and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, come up and then lowering them down nice and easy. Get them into a position where we can. If you find this easy, all you do is just squeeze your abs, squeeze your belly, squeeze your ankles together, just put a bit of tension into it. Anytime you need to stop, just pop your knees down one at a time and then come straight back in after a second or two's rest, all right? So extending one arm, back, other arm, back, one leg, back, other leg, back, okay? And back up to standing. All right, very good. Okay, so this is a very, very gentle introduction. I say gentle. Some people find some movements very, very easy and too light. Other people find them quite difficult and quite challenging, and it's okay. That's what the WhatsApp group is for, that you tell me what you're doing well on and where you're struggling, and we'll adjust the program to you guys as we go along. So if you're interested, if you want to do this and want to follow on and want to sign up, just get in contact. So drumfit.ie, you're looking for Fit for Life, or you can contact me through drumfit.ie. Okay, and there's a little form that you fill in just so I have a vague idea where you're at, and we'll get started on August 28th, which is next Monday. All right, guys, thanks a million. Have a good one.